All right, let's get back to some Cavaliers basketball. But first, another word from FanDuel. When the game tips off, the NBA action is just getting started, and there's no other place to get into that than FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. With FanDuel, you can place live bets throughout the game, so even if you miss the opening tip-off or want to bet on the fourth quarter comeback, you can still stay in the action. And if you're looking for a bigger payout, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay. I like to use the Cavaliers 25% boost through the month of March to get a little extra money on my Cavs parlays. So right now, new FanDuel customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. That's FanDuel.com for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. Make every moment with more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. So yesterday before the Cavs whooped the Bulls, it was announced that Evan Mobley was named the Defensive Player of the Month in the Eastern Conference, and Donovan Mitchell was named the Player of the Month in the Eastern Conference. So I want to start with Evan Mobley here. He now holds the Cavs franchise record for Defensive Player of the Month with 2, and he looks to be the front runner for the Defensive Player of the Year.
They just started giving out the Defensive Player of the Month award.
Okay, I'm about to say, what?
Earl's right. He does lead the history of the franchise in DPOMs, Defensive Player of the Month awards.
DPOMs.
But they haven't been around long enough for anyone else to have a chance. So shout out to Evan Mobley. And he also, Jaren Jackson now out for about 2 weeks with an injury.
Yeah.
Mobley's now the prohibitive favorite.
Oh,
to
so
win
he's
Defensive Player of the
he's
Year.
going to be on the All-NBA team.
Winning DPOY doesn't mean you're on the
All-NBA
team.
But so he's going to be on the All-NBA team.
There's a good chance, but if he wins DPOY, it kicks in the max part of his extension,
Right.
and he goes from 25% of the cap to 30% of the cap, which we talked about in the past. Doesn't help the Cavs.
No.
But it's awesome for Evan Mobley. Well-deserved. You can see the numbers on the screen that they came up with in the month of February. Averaged 10 rebounds, 2.5 blocks, contested 11.5 shots, and a plus-minus of +53 in the month of February.
The NBA should change this. This would benefit the teams and the players. That if a player gets a kick on his contract because of winning an award,
It shouldn't
that
count
shouldn't
against the
count
cap.
towards the
I
cap.
agree.
This way the player would still get the money, but it doesn't negatively affect the team.
Or there's just an NBA-given bonus. If you win
Right.
DPOY, you win $10 million.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
It's more than that is what it ends up being.
Yeah.
Boys would be out there going forward. You
Well, that would be good.
You want to see that 90s defense come back and give me $10 million bonus?
No, it's not. You could already get it for, and they don't, and guys don't do
Not
it,
for
so.
people that don't have it in their contract.
Every player that has a max contract gets boosted.
Well, I'm just saying, what if he don't got a max contract?
Dyson Daniels is now second. He doesn't have a max contract. I don't
Right.
know what happens if he were to win DPOY
okay.
as opposed to
you
someone
better-
like
I want
Mobley.
$10
So you're right.
million.
I don't know.
All
Like Wemby.
10 million, 10 million.
Yeah, but I think that'd actually be a great way to and make all the All-NBA stuff, because it is ridiculous that it's punitive to the team if your best players make what they're supposed to make.
Right, it's stupid.
It makes no sense that
Right.
then you're hindered from a cap standpoint.
Right,
If
yeah.
Evan makes All-NBA or wins
Yeah.
DPOY. It should
You
just
want
be a
your
giant
guys
part.
to do
Yeah,
these
you want
things.
your guys
So,
to.
again, winning this does what for Evans' contract?
His cap.
So when Evan signed the max extension
Last season,
the number for his contract is 25% of the salary cap.
Okay.
So for each season, it changes depending on what the salary cap is for that season.
Right.
His contract in
So
the max is 20%. If he wins DPOY,
which he probably
which
will.
he's now the favorite to, that jumps from 25% of the cap to 30% of the cap.
Okay.
Which could
So
range from whatever
and
the
his
number
contract
is.
was going to go up anyway just because the cap goes up. I didn't realize that I never realized that in the NBA, the max contracts, it's not a set amount of
It's a
money. It's based
percentage.
on a percentage.
Is
Yes.
this just DPOY that does this?
No.
If you make all NBA teams,
So what if he does that
MVP?
too?
no, it locks it up at 30. Yeah, that's all the
Okay.
accolades. But
Yeah.
a max contract can't go above 30% of the salary cap.
And where is like Donovan and Darius at?
Donovan's probably at 30%. He's already made an All-NBA team, so that's a kicker. And then Darius.
Darius is not going to be.
But I'm just saying,
Darius-
what if he made it all NBA? Would
Then
that
it
kick
would-
him to 30%?
Yes. No?
No, because Darius is in his 6th season, and there's certain.
Okay.
Don't quote. I have to dive
Yeah,
into it.
we're in the weeds
There's
now.
There's certain kickers that if it doesn't happen by a certain point,
It doesn't matter.
get
He's
the
probably
full
not going to be
extension.
in all
You
NBA
never
team,
know.
is he?
I think he's in the conversation.
He go out
You
there.
may not.
He go out there and have
Who was that?
tonight when he dropped his 50 ball.
Who was the guy you guys said were in the conversation? Of course, you were
It
wrong.
was
Jerry
Jerry
Judy.
Judy. Who we were right. He was in the conversation.
You were 100% wrong.
We were having the conversation.
In the conversation for All Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was in the conversation.
Thank you.
He was like third in the NFL in receiving.
We talking about F, man. How
He
we
was
get
like
to Jared?
50 touchdowns. You all based it just on one statistic.
What did he finish? He didn't finish second team?
He got votes, which
No.
means he was in the conversation.
No, he didn't. Not for all pro.
Yes, he did. I'll pull it up again. We did this on the show already. Bull just can't take an L. Please change the Super to Bull with 15 L's.
Let me tell you something. That is the biggest lie ever. I admit my L's more than anybody else. What are you talking about? But I'm not taking an L when I don't deserve it. And you guys embarrass yourselves.
Are you saying
Judy talk.
it's been 2 years in a row when we talk about the Browns? Last year it was Judy. The year before that it was the run game, elite run game that the Browns had.
No, Bull was right on that one though.
That's 100% right.
You
Bull was
wasn't
right.
in the camp that they got an elite run game.
No, that was
what was the word
that
they
was
said?
J and G.
It was J&G and Quincy.
Yeah, and by the way, J and G wanted to pay Jameis Winston after 2 games
They
like
sure
$25
did.
million a
Yeah,
year.
they did.
That went away awfully quiet.
Yeah, they did.
That went away pretty
God, I can't
quietly.
get this thing.
Those G jumped off the bandwagon in 1 week. It took Jay a little longer.
we got our guest here, Earl. So you want to do a quick
okay,
intro
go
or
ahead.
read, and we'll bring in Ted Wynn.